All right, Brendon, how shocked are you to be sitting here with me and not inside there?
I am pretty shocked. It's a hard feeling. I think I'm still getting used to it.
When Hayden won HOH, did you think, uh-oh, I'm a goner? What did you think when he won?
Well, I thought, man, I was like 5 steps behind winning him, beating him and winning HOH. So, again, at this point in the game, I always feel if I'm not winning HOH or POV, there's a good chance I'm going home. So.
And how much of that was because you and Rachel started out the game very brazen and open about your showmance, automatically putting a target on you guys?
I thought that was it for a while, but then she went home, and I still felt like I had a target on my back. And the fact that I won HOH, won another POV, I don't think it helped the situation.
But did that target slowly get smaller after Rachel left? And was the damage already done because you guys were like this power couple in their face about it?
I think that definitely, I think it shrank a little bit, but maybe that was just in my head. And again, I think when I won the HOH right when she left, it really just popped right back up to its normal size. And everyone in this game, it's been a really interesting season because from everything I've watched, I've never seen such a season where everybody's just looking out for themselves. I mean, there's nobody in this house that has a loyalty.
Well, what about you and Rachel?
Well,
you were loyal
again, I said
everybody
besides
else.
Rachel and I. And we were targeted because of our loyalty.
So explain why you think that is. Why did we just pick the most selfish people to go in the house except for you and Rachel?
I don't know if that's what it is or everybody's just, watched the seasons. I mean, figured out that I think it's just a trust. I mean, you walk through those doors and you just stop trusting everybody. So again, coming out of the doors, it needs to be hard for me to trust anybody again,
How much harder was it playing this game than you thought it was going to be?
Oh, I can't tell you. It was like 1,000 times harder because you watch it on TV and you think, oh, you kind of, oh, it looks so easy. They get to play games, get free food. Well, you don't see all the downtime, all the times where we are just like wondering what's going to happen.
You have too much time to think, and that, I imagine, makes you very paranoid.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even have a pen or a pencil to write with. So, I mean, even all that stress you have no outlet. I mean, you're pacing the yard, you're riding an elliptical, going nowhere.
Is it more mentally challenging, this game, or physically challenging?
Oh, absolutely mentally challenging, 100%. It's like the longest poker game anyone can play.
Did you learn something about yourself playing it?
I did. I learned I have a lot more patience, I think, than originally thought, because going into this, you're going stir crazy every minute of the day, and you just want to. I mean, you almost want to raise your hand and tell them, just please let me go. Like, that door opens when somebody leaves. You're just kind of looking like, I want to see what's out there.
But at the same time, you want to stay.
You want to stay. So,
explain to me the relationship with Rachel, because in a matter of weeks. You guys were professing your love for each other. How do you fall in love with someone in X amount of days?
Well, I like to believe that I'm a very logical person. So, having gone through some heartache in my life and heartbreak, I never have, like at this point in my life, I've always thought to fall in love with somebody, it needs to take this many days, and this is how long it takes. And, all that went out the window when I met Rachel. I mean, really, I think the intensity of the house definitely, microwaved our relationship to some extent. But I think it just came. I mean, it just came natural. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about her that I fell in love with, and it was...
Like what?
Like for one, her intelligence. I mean, she's got a degree in chemistry, and that, for me, is really attractive, especially coming from a nerdy physicist, So, I mean, that was one thing, but she's vivacious, she's fun, she's energetic, she's herself.
What about when she was in people's face with her power and her attitude? Did you like that about her?
At times, like at the moment, I was like, come on, Rach, like,
Yeah, you tried to calm her down.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
She didn't want to be tamed,
no,
Brendon.
No. And she was saying, and I think that was part of the challenge. That's what I like. I mean, I like somebody who challenges me, and Rachel definitely challenges me.
All right, so this thing you feel is real with Rachel.
Yeah.
How real do you feel this relationship is? What kind of future do you think the two of you have together?
I think we're going to have, I see Rachel as being somebody I can definitely grow with. And maybe one day it could be marriage, So I'm definitely somebody who also wants to take their time with something as serious as marriage.
Have you guys discussed that at all?
We've kind of talked about it, but it's more like, hey, let's get in the same city first,
And once she was out of the house, did that make you miss her more, or did your feelings for her kind of like, out of sight, out of mind?
I would definitely say my feelings intensified for her. Because having her in that house for 41 days and missing her for 2 weeks is hard because I haven't stopped thinking about her. And day 43...
You didn't stop thinking?
No, I never stopped thinking about her the entire time. And day 43, when I got to leave and thought I was going on vacation with her, that was probably one of the saddest things I've experienced in the house because I thought I was going to see her.
Other than Rachel, did you like anyone else in the house?
I did. And you know what? It's really hard because, and right when I...
Who did you...
Well, having gotten voted out by pretty much everybody in there right now,
right,
and backstab everybody, it's hard. Initially, right off the bat, I liked Annie a lot. Found out she was a saboteur. I liked Andrew a lot, and Andrew was a different guy.
We saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
What about who's left? Okay, forget about the vote.
Sure.
Out of who's left, who would you, let's say 20 minutes ago, say, I like this guy, I'm going to be friends with him in my life outside of this game?
I would definitely say Enzo. Yeah.
Why?
Enzo, because Enzo he's nutty and he's like crazy, and half the stuff comes out of his mouth, I'm like scratching my head and trying to figure out what the heck he's talking about. But he's himself. He's not trying to placate. He's not trying to be somebody he's not. He's not trying to appeal to everyone in the house to get votes. He just is. So that's what I can appreciate, and that's hard to find in this house.
Who is playing the best game right now?
You know, if I really had to pinpoint somebody, I think at this point I'd say Lane. I mean, Lane has still managed.
Why Lane? He hasn't won.
Done anything?
Well, your words, not mine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the fact that he hasn't won a single competition and has still only been up on the block once, and that's only because I put him up. I mean, I think that speaks volumes. I mean, Brittany is going to, eventually she's going to get targeted. Reagan's going to get targeted because they've won. Lane has still managed to skate by. So, I mean, there's a good chance right now it could be Lane, Hayden, and Enzo come down to final three because I know they're going to go for him. Is
there an art to that, surviving in the game, not being called a floater, and, I don't know, is it a strategy? Not winning and getting far?
It is a strategy for some. I mean, it worked last season. I definitely see it possibly working this season.
But do you think it's his strategy, or do you think that he's just not good at the competition?
No, I definitely think it's Lane's strategy. I think Lane is somebody who came in the game thinking that he can be the nice guy and, you know what I mean, appeal to the guys, appeal to the girls, and just kind of skate in the middle and not really pick a side, not to talk too much game. And it has worked. So.
Do you respect that, or do you not?
Not really. I don't respect that type of game. Not having been on the other side. I mean, I've had to fight every single day that I've been in this house. So literally, I mean, I'm sad to go, but I'm kind of relieved because I can finally sleep tonight and not
You get to be with Rachel.
I get to be with Rachel. That's the best thing.
And Kathy.
And Kathy. And make iced tea.
She would always kind of climb into bed with you guys when you guys do it.
I didn't notice that.
Do you think that's going to happen in the jury house?
No, I sure hope not. I sure hope not.
All right, so you like Enzo. You hopefully will keep in touch with him.
Yeah.
And you like others.
I honestly like all the people there. And it's really hard to say because we get so heated in there. But I'm telling you, it's just like a family. I mean, I've gotten in fights with my best friends before. We are so caught up in the moment in there. I mean, literally, and I think I've always found for guys, we get over it a lot quicker than girls do. Like even with Matt, you know, the explosion we had week 2 where we found out he was trying to put us up. Literally, and people probably don't realize this, we scream at each other and then walk in the kitchen. 5 minutes later, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, man. You know? So it's like, it happens.
In the final moments, what was your strategy before you went in the house? And did it change once you got in there?
My strategy, I think, was to really try to, I don't know what my strategy was. But I said my strategy going in was not have a strategy. And I think that's probably the best strategy for this season especially because you couldn't plan 2 or 3 weeks out when you really didn't know what was going to happen that week. And everybody was, you know, looking out for their self-interest. So nobody was considering what would happen next week. Everybody was just like, as long as I'm safe, let's throw the next person under the bus. So just don't be that person getting thrown under the bus. That's pretty much a strategy.
Brendon, thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome.